Okay, next exercise 3 number 1. The displacement x of a particle in simple harmonic motion varies with time t according to the equation x is equal to 2 sine 2 pi t. And then they ask you where x in cm and t in second. So they ask you the sketch the graph of displacement against time t, velocity against time t, and the acceleration against time t. So you have to determine the equation first for each things is velocity and acceleration. So first you have the displacement equation, x is equal to 2 sine 2 pi t. So you have to determine the omega first. So means that omega is represent the period because you want to complete one cycle. So you kena cari period. Period is equal to 2 pi over omega. 2 pi omega is 2 pi. So means that period is equal to 1 second. So, the graph is the sine graph. So, you have to draw sine graph. So, one complete cycle is represented as 1 second. And here is half, 0.5 unit t in second. And then x in cm. It's depending on the unit given. And then don't forget about amplitude. This is amplitude number 2 and negative 2, just like that, simple as that. Okay, so next you want to determine the velocity equation, so you have to differentiate dx per dt. So 2 d per dt 2 sine 2 pi t. So you will get 2 cos 2 pi t and then differentiate again inside that. So you will get 2 pi. So 4 pi cos 2 pi t. This is an equation for velocity time graph. So velocity is come from the cos graph. So you have to draw cos graph because the cos graph is positive. So it's come from positive side. Okay, one complete cycle is 1 and the half is 0.5 t in second. And then v is cms negative 1. And then how about this one? Just follow this is 4 pi and negative 4 pi. Okay. So next is acceleration. So you have to determine the equation of acceleration. So acceleration is equal to differentiate v per dt. So d per dt 4 pi cos 2 pi t. So you will get 4 pi cos will be negative sine 2 pi t. And then differentiate again 2 pi t, you get 2 pi. So 2 times 8 is 2 times 4 is 8. So you get negative 8 pi power of 2 sine 2 pi t. This is equation for acceleration. So acceleration is come from the function sine graph but negative. So should be start from bottom side. So this is 1. This is 0.5. Time in second. And then the y-axis is acceleration, cms negative 2. And then here should be 8 pi power of 2. And then here negative 8 pi power of 2. Okay, so just like that. Okay, next is question 2. Displacement x of a particle simple harmonic motion varies with time t according to the equation x is equal to 2 cos 2 pi t. Tadi kan kita buat sin, sekarang dia suruh tukar cos pula. Okay, so where x in cm and t in second, sketch the graph of displacement time graph, velocity time graph, and acceleration time graph. Okay, but before that, draw the axis first. And then we have to determine the equation for each. So given first is x, displacement equation. X equal to 2 cos 2 pi t. As you know that when compare the equation of straight line graph, we get that 2 is amplitude and omega is 2 pi. So you can determine period 2 pi over omega. So 2 pi divided by 2 pi, so we'll get 1 second. Okay, 1 second. So means that the period is 1 second. So now the function of this graph is graph cos. So you have to draw cos graph, positive cos graph. Just simple this. So 1 second and 0.5 second. Okay, next is the y-axis should be x in cm. Okay, so next is velocity. So you determine the equation for velocity. So dv dx per dt lah. You get v is dx per dt. 2 cos 2 pi t. So you will get 2 negative sine 2 pi t times with 2 pi. So 4 pi negative sine 2 pi t. This is equation for v, velocity. So the function of this graph is sine. So you have to draw sine graph negative. Like this. So t in second, b in cms negative 1. The amplitude, the period is 1 and 0.5. And then here will be 4 pi and here negative 4 pi. Okay. So next, acceleration against time t. So acceleration equation is a dv per dt. So d per dt equation v is negative 4 sine 2 pi t. So you will get negative 4 pi. Differentiate sine will get cos 2 pi t and differentiate again inside the cos is 2 pi. Okay, so you get 4 times 2 is 8. So negative 8 pi power of 2 cos 2 pi t. So this is equation for acceleration. So graph acceleration is the function of cos negative. Okay, so this is 1 second, 0.1, and then t is second. Acceleration in cms negative 2. Okay, cms. Okay, don't forget about y-axis. Plotted is 8 pi power of 2 and here will be negative pi 8 pi power of 2. Okay.